In today's episode, we spend the day aboard the Carnival Paradise exploring and enjoying our final Sea Day. We watch and enjoy tons of activities like the towel folding or a dance class. We enjoy the final holiday show and are welcomed at the Diamond and Platinum reunion party before we head to the only specialty dining on board, the chef's table. This was quite the culinary experience and I thoroughly enjoyed it. After that, we headed to the club where we are all fam. All that and more starts now. All right, well, hello, good morning, and welcome back. It is late. I slept in, and I feel great. So thanks for letting me do that. Heading to the Sea Day Brunch. We're going to try again with the eggs Benedict. Hopefully they'll redeem themselves and know what a poached egg is. Should be fun to find out. So join me. Not much on the agenda today. They are doing a holiday thing with the Santa hats later today, so super excited about that. Get one for Madison. I think Madison's gonna love that. Yeah, so let's go have some breakfast. Okay, we have made it here to breakfast. I will go ahead and throw the menu up here. It is the same menu as the Sea Day Brunch from the beginning of the week. There's really only two menus for breakfast here on most Carnival ships. Pretty much every Carnival ship's the same. Good morning, how are you? Good, good.
Just for yourself?
Yes, thank you. Okay, if I could do a croissant with some guava jelly, and then if I could do the eggs Benedict with salmon.
Eggs Benedict, yes.
Hey, how are you? It's good to see you, bud. Nice to see you. Yeah. And then if I could do the lox and salmon, and if I could have extra cream cheese with that, and if I could do the banana cream pie.
Banana. May I have your name, please?
Robert.
Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
See that jiggle?
Well, that was delicious. And that banana cream pie.
Nice.
I think that was a very successful last breakfast here on the ship. So, thank you to all the staff and for whoever prepared that eggs Benedict. Good on ya. Well, we made our way down to the Promenade, to the insider desk, and he did in fact have my Del Sol bag. But I did get a coffee. I got a white chocolate and caramel blended frappe with my chocolate straw. So with my VIFP status of platinum, I get a complimentary drink. I don't really drink alcohol, so I use it at the coffee shop. And got this giant $8 drink for free. This is something I want other cruise lines to take a note of. Do you hear this? Do you hear how quiet it is? I'm on the Promenade. This is the main deck. This is why people book these types of ships. Not everywhere has to be a party. And after that moment of quiet relaxation, it was time to continue on and check out some of the activities that were going on this wonderful Sea Day, including the towel folding demonstration in the theater, and up on deck, a dance class out by the pool. And all that dancing worked up a little appetite, so I headed to the Deli for some sandwiches. Then it was time to head back to the theater for the holiday show.
And from a dark and frosty window, a child appears.
And so we send our tender blessings to all the children everywhere.
Tonight belongs to all the children. Tonight their joy runs through the air.
Well, I went to the holiday show and I asked them because no one was handing out hats. I said, hey, are you guys handing out hats maybe at the end of the show? And they said, hats? What hats? And I said, the Christmas carnival hats, the Santa hats that everyone had. I called guest services, and guest services said that they would be here at the holiday show on the final Sea Day at 2. I'm here at the holiday show, the final Sea Day at 2. And they said, we're not handing out hats. And I said, oh, okay then. But then they said, how many hats do you need? And I said, I just want one hat for my daughter. I don't need a hat. I just want a hat for my 5-year-old. And they said, come with me. And they took me to a special place, Santa's workshop, and they got me a Santa hat. So Madison is going to get a Carnival Santa hat. How exciting. So I got it. So just to catch you up, after I got my Santa hat, we went out on the Serenity deck and was hanging out with some of my new friends. And we just chilling, talking, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, all those things. But it is just about time for the VIFP party. I am Platinum with Carnival, so I do get the complimentary drink and the little bit of a welcome show. We are Carnival family type thing. So it should be a pretty chill show. But right after that is my chef's table. So that's at 5:45. So I'm going to go to the VIFP and then probably go straight to the chef's table.
Held in the theater, the Diamond and Platinum Reunion Party is a place where our loyalty can be recognized. It starts with a free drink, water, beer, wine, soda, or rum punch, and some games and raffles to play, all while a musician welcomes you in. Once the show starts, the cruise director goes over statistics about this specific sailing. He will introduce all of the executive staff, including the captain, who will give us a speech. Then the cruise director will hand out awards for the most days at sea, the youngest Platinum or Diamond member, whoever won the raffles, and games. Now that the party is over, it's time for me to check in for my specialty dining at the chef's table. Now I am going to do a whole separate video diving into all the intricacies of the chef table, so I would invite you to subscribe to the channel so you can check that out at a later date. But for here in this video, we will do a quick flyover. After introducing himself, Executive Chef Jamal took us into his galley and showed us how easy and simple the ingredients for the Carnival melting chocolate cake was to make. Then we headed to the library for our not so quiet dinner. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, I was joined by 4 other couples who were extremely nice, and although I sat alone, they made me feel like part of their experience, which was nice. Now, each dish was carefully thought out, explained, prepared, and presented meticulously in front of us. And although the portions were small, the courses seemed endless. Now, at one point, they did bring out a magician who did some of the most, honestly, amazing tricks in front of us. And after he left, we all sat there discussing how he may have done some of them, but we couldn't figure it out. And after this amazing feast, we all did take a complimentary photo together and were given the recipe for the Carnival melting chocolate cake. Now, overall, this was an amazing experience, and I think it was totally worth the price. The only complaint that I would have is the location. Now, I don't mind the library, but the library is located just off the main atrium where live music was being played, and it was just outside of the main restaurant. And as it was dinner time, there were a lot of people standing outside chatting loudly, waiting for their seat to be called. And the glass doors of the library have massive gaps around them. So as we were trying to enjoy our lovely dinner, we kept hearing the lady just outside the door talking to her friend about the sunburn on her body in places not even the Lord has seen, but she was screaming it to be heard over the live music in the atrium. So despite that TMI and the disruption to the immersion of this great experience, I honestly had a great time, and I would look forward to doing this again. Like I said, I will do a whole deep dive, go into all the dishes, etc., and the whole experience in another video, so make sure you're subscribed and come back to the channel for that one.
Okay, well, we have come to the end of the night at last, and technically the end of the cruise. The food was delicious. That was like 10 courses, and they were all relatively small portions, but they were just so filling and flavorful. The way they were presented was really good. I would do that again, and I would look forward to doing that on other ships to kind of see what their twist and take is on it. Honestly, though, that was really, really good. Unfortunately, it is midnight. Met up with some friends who I've made on the ship, and technically I already know them. I've known them for a very long time, actually. So these are old friends of mine that we've happened to be on the same cruise, which was pretty cool. So we just went to the club. We went to the comedy club and watched the show. The guy was pretty funny. And then we went to the actual club and pretended to dance because I'm a white boy. But it's time. Time to finish packing. Time to get off the ship. So heading back to the room now and gonna finish packing because, again, I'm supposed to get off this ship in 7 hours. And I'm not quite done. It has been a wonderful time here on the Carnival Paradise. I want to see how they do disembarkation tomorrow. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for joining me here on the Carnival Paradise. It's a beautiful ship. Honestly, if you have a chance to try the fantasy class, I would. You'd be surprised. She's small. She is mighty. And they have tons of stuff to do here. But that's all I got for you today. My name's Rob with Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we will see you there.
If you like this video and want to see more, please head on over to the channel and subscribe. And if you want to get notified, ring that little bell. We upload new videos every week.